Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 1 of Happy Hour with Marcus. I am so happy to be here with you. My name is, of course, Marcus, and I am the host. I will be taking us through this journey. This is the very first one. With me today here is my good friend, Jack.
How's it going?
Jack is a man of many talents. He is first and foremost, an unbelievable artist. He is a musician, a singer, a guitar player, a model, an actor, a TikTok superstar. I believe he just cracked 40,000 TikTok followers. You might know him as Jack. I know him as Jack. Here he is. Thank you for being with us here today, Jack.
So embarrassed.
What are we doing here today, Jack?
I guess we're making some cocktails today.
We sure are. We sure are. Now, today we are making... Remind me what we are making today.
Apple Ciroc Mojito.
Today we'll be making an apple Ciroc Mojito from scratch. Now, here I have laid out all the ingredients as well as crackers, cheese, bread, the finer things.
Okay.
Is what we go for here at Happy Hour with Marcus. We are in my kitchen. Thank you for coming to my house, by the way.
Yeah, no, thanks
Lots
for
of good
having
stuff.
me.
Just moved in over here. So first of all, I'm gonna take everyone through the ingredients of what we are going to be making today. First things first. No party is complete without the Ciroc.
The only way.
Ciroc apple is what we're going with on this particular day for the Ciroc apple mojito. Aside from the Ciroc, I have pre-made some simple syrup, about 30 milliliters. I take that back. I believe it is 15 milliliters of simple syrup. 15 milliliters simple syrup. Aside from that, we've got the Ciroc. This is the magic right here. We got the Ciroc apple, and we've got 45 stinking milliliters right here and right here. Aside from that, we've got the mint leaves to make us minty fresh. And last but not least, a little bit of club soda.
A little bit of club soda.
Nothing wrong with a little carbonation, help digest with the tongue. Now, for reference, I have never once made this beverage before, and this is my very first go around.
Oh, Marcus, how could you forget the limes? We
Limes!
got limes.
You take one, I'll take one. Limes!
And not only do we have limes, we're going to be juicing them
With hold half of it, juicer. So once we cut open these limes, we're going to get to juicing. And that part we haven't pre-made. We're going to do that for you right here on Happy Hour with Marcus.
I'm going to cut my finger off on camera.
So, without further ado, we might actually just get that
Should we get
going.
into the limes?
Yeah, get
That's
into
gonna
the
be
limes.
crazy.
The plan
Let's do
here is that, to be honest, I do not know how many milliliters of juice one lime produces. So we're about to find out. If you would actually do me the honor.
Oh, I would be
Cuisinart. This is a Cuisinart knife.
Yeah, with the lime. Make sure the shot is in play. Here we go. We're going to go right down the center of the lime and make sure we're not going to slice. We're just going to
Push.
push.
Why are you doing that?
And then after we try and push, we're going to realize it's a terrible idea.
Slice it
And then we're going to start slicing downwards.
That's
That's
it.
Come on, baby. That's a
line.
freaking line right there. If I've ever seen one.
You see that? That's a
Boom.
perfect line.
Wow. And then after would you like to cut the other one just for the camera?
I'll cut
For
the other
people?
one.
People got to see you do it.
Now this is a lime. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to slice. Nice, even slice all the way through to the end.
That's the process.
You got a perfectly sliced lime. Two
Wow.
ends.
right there. Now,
Limes.
Marcus, how do we use this juicer?
Let me explain the juicer. This top is made to act as a sort of grinder, and the idea here is that if I squeeze and grind like this, we should have some juice extract there
the reservoir
at the bottom,
Yes.
and it's going to be the freshest version. Now, the recipe called for lime juice, but we here at Happy Hour with Marcus do not cut corners.
No, we
We
don't.
wouldn't even consider it.
Perfect.
So, today, limes. Jackson?
Yes, I will. Now, I'm going to do this for stabilization and make sure I get it right on the teat of the lime. And I'm just going to, I already messed up. And we're just going to press.
That's perfect.
Look at that.
Kind of got a little
We're just going to,
360.
look at it.
That is.
It's filling up.
That is
filling
juice.
nicely.
That is juice.
I wish I had another camera angle. That's so
Dude, the
good.
juice is
This
loose.
is juice.
Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
Oh, and
man.
guess what? We're going to pull up.
Just see how much we're at.
Oh my
Oh, in
gosh.
milliliters,
That's
we are
how
at
much
about,
can the camera see that?
about
Look
15.
at that.
That's it. You know what? We might as well go
You know
full
what?
force with the
We're
lime
gonna-
here. Juice the other one.
Marcus, would you be my guest?
I'm going to juice it down. I will also aim for the teat of the lime.
Aim for the tea. Oh yeah, that's full tea.
Now that is a full 360
That's full
juice. I
Look
go
at
with the
that.
360
Just
method. It's something I picked up in my experience. And here we are.
Oh.
30 milliliters of freshly squeezed lime juice.
Yes.
Thanks to this juicer here. I'm going to go ahead and put these empty limes off to the side here. You could probably even use this as a shot glass.
You
or something.
could.
We might even do that later. All right. Now that we have officially laid out the ingredients for at least one beverage, I'll get yours first. Guest first, as always. We are going to start the creation. Now, every good at-home bar starts with this right here. Now, this is a mixer. It's one I've had for a while. I do need to get a new one. This one's wearing down a little bit, but mixer, beverage mixer, essential for any at-home bartending event. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start with ice. All right? You know what? I'm just going to... What should I do with my hands? I don't even know what's the right way to do this.
Wait, do we?
No one's a bartender here?
You,
No one's a
you
bartender.
actually put it in the glass and then you pour it over.
Oh, you
Oh,
pour
yeah.
it over.
See, we're learning too.
That's what we do
Yeah,
here.
you've got some ice in
I'll
the
just
glass.
put, that's
There
good, right?
you go.
All right.
Yep.
I know how to put ice in cups. I've been doing it for years.
Well,
There you
Marcus
go.
and Jack are available for hire at your next wedding.
Yes, we will drink the whole wedding night. So
No.
We sure will.
Oh,
Bartender.
bartending.
Bartend
Yeah,
for the wedding.
We will
Yes.
serve.
We'll serve for the wedding.
Yeah.
And not get drunk at your
No, we
wedding.
won't do that.
DJ.
And DJ.
And
We
officiate
could
the work.
DJ.
You know what? Could happen.
I'll be the groom.
Is this this is the seat right here?
All right. Now, stand back and watch me work.
I'm gonna stand back, not too far back.
First things first, 45 milliliters Ciroc apple. Right down the pipe. Next, 15 milliliters simple syrup, available at most grocery stores and liquor stores.
It's simple, but it's also syrup.
Aside from that, we're going to need 30 milliliters of lime juice. The same exact lime juice that we had already prepared. And that is it, I think. So what
Marcus,
I'm going to do...
The club
No,
soda.
that's after. The club soda comes after. So the club soda here, we're actually going to pour it in first, and then we're going to splash the club. That's just what I read. So here we are, shaking it up. Shake it on up. Shake it on up. Shake it on up.
Look at that.
Now it's all nice and frothy. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pour that right into Jack's beverage.
Come on.
After that, what I'm going to do...
Whoa!
Whoa,
yo!
Cool.
Explosion, bro.
That's good TV.
We're still going to just continue on here. I'm going to splash you with
That's a
that.
splash.
We got a squirter, now we got a splash.
And
Club
now,
Marcus, what are these little guys right
those right there. Let me explain those right there.
Yeah.
Mint. Have you ever heard the expression minty fresh? This is what they were talking about right
I
here.
have heard the expression. I just
I'm going to put a couple of those. I think the recipe called for 8. That seems kind of excessive.
It does seem kind of excessive.
soda.
Does that look like good?
I mean, it looks
Does that
that
look
looks
good?
fresh as hell to me.
Now, that right there is a freaking Ciroc apple mojito.
Look at that.
I still have juices all over the body.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to drink this. until
Yeah,
you get yours, because It's not
Let
gonna
me
be
do
fair.
that. No. You can't do all that.
You know what? I'll make yours.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You're gonna make
Yeah, I'll
mine?
make yours.
Oh, my
Because you made
goodness.
mine, I
This
feel
is
like
fantastic.
I should return the
Here,
favor.
Switch spots.
Yeah, let's switch spots, switch it up.
You
I'm
can't
trying
get
not-
this chair.
Trying not to bust my ass on the remains of club soda on the floor. But if I do, it's just going to be good TV.
It's great.
We can't argue with that. Right on the tee of the line, we're going to start off. Boom. Coming straight down.
Right on the tee of the
What are we
line.
gonna do? Just twist.
Trademark.
Right?
Tee of the
Look
line.
at this. I feel like we're really in this together, aren't we?
Been
Wow.
in it
Look
together.
at that. Been in it together. Hell to the yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, that is
Would you
a
like to do the
good
other
one.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Actually, I feel like just to make it even for the
Just make it
viewership
even.
here. Oh yeah, squeezing again. 360 method. It's something I picked up along the way.
He learned it in the
Travels that I was
in the travels.
So anyways, these are all of our empty lime shells. Fantastic. I'm just going to put those off to the side. And again, we have
Wow.
lime
Look
juice
at that. Just in the capsule, ready to go.
in the capsule,
In the
ready to rock
capsule.
and roll. We
Now-
already got ice in the cup.
If I'm not mistaken, it was the syrup first, or it was the Ciroc first? I think it was the Ciroc
Either
first.
way.
All right,
Either
so we're going
way.
to go Ciroc first
Perfect.
in there, and now we're going to go with the syrup in there, right?
Yep. Perfect.
Not going to mess this up.
It's a really
And then-
small drink in comparison to the glass.
Marcus, with your permission, can I do something crazy with your drink?
I would love for you to do something crazy with that drink.
Can I put the mint leaves in here when I shake it?
Yeah, shoot.
And then I'll top it with a couple.
This
So-
is unorthodox, folks.
now we're going kind of stupid right now. Like this is getting a little crazy.
Do not try this at home.
Okay, shake it up. We're just gonna make sure that's secure. We're gonna give it a little shake
Ooh.
at the speed of light, mind you. Whoa, splash a little bit. Whoa, on myself.
That's why I need a new one of those so it doesn't do that.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Now I don't want to f it up, so you know what? I'm just gonna take that. all
Yeah,
out.
might as well. No,
I'm
throw
gonna
that in
make
there.
sure. We're just should have used the strainer, but it's okay. We're moving on. The
Last
club
step.
soda, little bit. No splash. This is what a splash is to me.
That's a
Right?
splash.
That's a splash.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna do a little bit
Splashed
more
it.
just to fill it up. Okay.
Splash.
And there.
Excellent.
Here's your drink.
Wow. And here is your drink.
Thank
So
you.
here, let's switch
Thank you.
sides.
Switch sides.
Perhaps we
Switch
could
sides.
do like the arm crossing
Yes.
and the cheers.
The cheers, baby.
Mm-mm.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Tito, baby.
Now that right there is a Ciroc apple mojito.
Oh,
If I've ever had one
I
before,
feel like dancing.
which I haven't. This is the first time.
It's so good.
Now that we have our beverages, we're going to get into the thick of things here. I didn't tell you this, but before you got here, I came up with a
Oh,
list of questions.
Oh, we got questions.
We got some questions here. This first question is actually a question we're both familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
It was one that was asked to us many times on our tour 2 summers ago in St. Louis.
Yes.
And that question is, Marvel or DC? And why? Let's get into it.
What a great question. Now I think they both have their own aspects, right, that make them individual. Personally, for taste, I'm gonna have to go Marvel. The reason being is because I grew up watching Spider-Man. But the tough part is I also grew up watching Batman Beyond. So I'm torn. I'm like ripped straight in half about it. But just because I love Spider-Man, I'm gonna have to go Marvel.
You heard it here first, folks. Marvel. Now, the second question I ask, it's a unique one. You don't hear it asked often.
I love unique questions.
It could be a bit of a curveball for you.
Okay.
I know you recently changed your dietary restrictions.
Yes.
But in general, what's the best cheese?
Oh, the best cheese?
Yeah,
Oh,
best
that
type of
is-
cheese.
That is easy. It's going to have to be Provel cheese. Provel
Provel
cheese is, as far as I know, only made in St. Louis, Missouri, where I was raised. I was born there. And it comes on pizza. It's specific. I'm like 99% sure it's only to that area. It is just
Fantastic.
Some people might not like it. It's like kind of a sticky cheese.
If you had to, is it more like Swiss or more like...
It's yeah, it kind of looks like Swiss, but it's sticky. It doesn't taste like Swiss. But yeah.
Let's heard it here first. Never heard of this cheese. Gotta try it.
Provel.
If anyone out here has tried it, comment below. Let us know what you think of the Provel cheese. Next question. Let's get into it. Favorite Disney princess?
Now, I want to say you. Because
Zinger.
you're my favorite Disney princess. Now,
Embarrassing. Cutting this
cut
question
it out. Stop. But my favorite Disney princess. Ooh. I have to think about the princess I like simped over the hardest when I was a kid.
You had a crush on
It's gonna be
her.
Jasmine.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
that's what I was gonna say too.
Through and through.
Jasmine has my heart,
Yeah, she has my heart.
has our hearts. My goodness. Next question for you, Jack. You're a musician.
Yeah,
I'm a musician. What's the most embarrassing experience you've had thus far as a musician? I know there's got to be at least a couple, so lay them on me.
Man. Now, when you say embarrassing, does this mean like... No, I'm not going to do that. I was going to say, my most embarrassing thing I've ever had happen to me... I guess like it's not too bad, but with Viper Club, the first show that we played, actually we played that show together.
Where was it?
At
Oh,
Pop Culture Music.
yeah,
Fest.
it was.
We both played. We were on the bill, and it was my band's first set ever. It was our debut set. I come out on stage. I'm like ready to go. I'm like ready for it. I get up on my brother's drum kit. I do a scissor kick, and my pants like ripped right down the middle. And nobody else knew except me. And there's other things I can think of that are like embarrassing situations.
I think rip your pants on stage has to like automatically, just by virtue of what it is.
I mean, that's just gotta be
Right?
kind of my go-to.
Ripped your pants anywhere would be embarrassing, let alone on stage
Yeah.
in front of roaring, adoring fans.
Roaring, adoring fans, people throwing cabbages at me. It was hard to dodge them with ripped pants.
I threw one. I threw one of them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Last question. This one's more on a serious note. Do you have any advice for an aspiring musician? Someone who's just too scared to get going or doesn't really know what to do? Give us some advice. Help the folks.
My first thing to say would be stop being scared. That's a very difficult thing to take part in.
Easier said than done.
It's easier said than done. But I would say don't be afraid of what you're going to make, because like your art is going to be you. And as long as your art is you, it's going to be good because you're making it for you. And when you make it for you, that's when other people feel it too. And that's when that door is opened. You know, I had a friend once tell me that we go through life, some of us artists, we go through life like people in the dark, tapping all over the room.
That is a good analogy. I think we heard that today. We heard it at the same time.
Yeah. So
I think,
the analogy is we all go through the same life.
blind like this,
Blind like that.
looking for the light switch,
Looking for the light switch. And
So
then guess
real.
what?
and then we find it.
Us artists by ourselves find the light switch. Lights are on. Now that we know where the light is, we're able to
Open the door and guide.
He was there. So he also knows this.
But this was a
But-
very inspiring topic.
It was an inspiring thing. All I'm saying is be yourself and people will connect to it. That is my biggest thing. Be you.
Be yourself. The folks will connect,
There are no rules. There are no rules.
other than the ones you make yourself. And don't do that. So that's the end of my questions. I'm surprised we got through it. I really put you through the ringer there.
Yeah, you really
Let me
did.
give you an opportunity to plug whatever you got going on. I know you got 30,000 things going
Yeah,
on, but give
that's
us an
right.
elevator pitch before we close this
elevator
show here.
pitch. You can follow me on TikTok for my head assery. You can follow my band Viper Club. We will be coming out with some stuff before the year is up. I'm also announcing this now here. I'm releasing a solo record in the fall. That's kind of all I got going on right now. I'm also a part of different other projects, but those.
He's helping us write a couple songs too. Heavily involved. So,
yeah,
Jack, you know what?
Thank you for having me.
So
Marcus.
great to see you. So
Thank
great
you.
to have you.
All right, guys, let's get drunk.
We're
Yeah,
wrapping up.
drunk.
Happy hour with Marcus here.
My gosh.
And it is finally time for the rest of us
Absolutely
to get a little bit drunk. We finally did what we needed to do. I composed myself for the video. On behalf of all of us here at Happy Hour with Marcus, thank you for tuning in to episode 1. Stay tuned for next week, episode 2!
there.
Woo! Woo! Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a really good drink. I think.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah. I think we had great chemistry.
All right.